So here we get another description of the lyre that Achilles is playing when his friends come to him before the assembly, and he's waiting. He's actually singing and he's playing upon it. And but there's something really special about this lyre. Greg, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Well, we just heard about the terrible things that happened when Achilles killed the family of Andromache. He killed the father, the brothers, and then the mother died of heartbreak. But let's concentrate on the father. We find out here that the father of Andromache, whom Achilles killed, had a lyre, and it is that lyre which Achilles is playing on right now as he is singing the Klea Andrōn. So that makes you ask yourself, well, what is he singing? In a previous moment when we first looked at this passage back in hour 2, when we called it text D, there we noted that the Klea Andrōn that you have here would be closer to lyric than to epic. Why am I saying lyric? Because Achilles is playing on a lyre, and that's where the word lyric comes from. So even in the most basic way, you can say this is a different kind of medium. Not only that, but he is singing while accompanying himself on this lyre. And I come back to the question I asked myself. I don't have an answer for it. I don't have a direct answer for it, is what was he singing? Because the narrative, the frame narrative, doesn't say what Achilles was singing when he sang the Klea Andrōn here. But we do know the form, that the form is different from, let's say, the form of the Klea Andrōn that Phoenix was performing in Iliad IX, where clearly he was not accompanying himself on a lyre, clearly he was not singing, he was telling the story of Meleager and Cleopatra. So that's why that telling seems to us closer to epic, which we know from external evidence was not sung and not musically accompanied, at least, let's say, in the 5th century. So it's a lyric Klea Andrōn, and the irony is that Achilles sings it to the accompaniment of the instrument that was owned by Andromache. In a sense, he owns the pain of Andromache.
And there's something very heroic about performing songs, right? I mean, Achilles, as part of his education, is going to learn to fight. He's
Yes.
also going to learn to sing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna see some of the songs that he might be performing later on, right?
Yes,
In fact,
but tell a little more.
You're the person to tell more about this, but because you worked so much on the Kleos aphthiton that occurs in that lyric context, right? But maybe I shouldn't be talking about it yet.
No. Okay, well, we'll just, okay, this is a spoiler alert. Let's just say it that way. Okay, we'll leave it at that for now.